We are tackling security deposits today on our new Ask the Landlord segment. We're joined by Jennifer Ruelens, co-founder and vice president of Fish Property Management. She's going to deconstruct issues that tenants and landlords deal with on a regular basis. And Jennifer, we are so excited to have you here today.
Thank you.
So Jennifer, let's start by talking about when you sign a lease, a landlord has to return the security deposit at some point. How long do they have to do so?
They have 30 days to return the security deposit to the tenant with any written explanation of damages that were withheld. Now, the tenant needs to give a forwarding address to that landlord. The law does say if the tenant doesn't do that, the landlord doesn't have to seek you out with like a private investigator. Now, if the tenant doesn't get the deposit back in 30 days and they did give a forwarding address, beyond that 30 days, the landlord can't actually keep any damages out of that deposit and actually owes twice the deposit back to the tenant. Tenant will have to make a written demand and probably go to small claims court, but that's what the law says.
Seriously, so as a tenant, you almost hope your landlord doesn't return within those 30 days.
Yeah, and landlords should be very aware of that, and that 30 days is a hard stop.
Okay, so 30 days to return the deposit. And then I know when you're trying to get your deposit back as a tenant, you want to make sure that there are no extra damages to the apartment. What constitutes damage?
Well, damages against a security deposit could be things like trash left behind, personal belongings, unpaid utilities, unpaid rent. The biggest question mark is abnormal wear and tear. And so it's a hard thing to define, but a good example is carpet. So carpet's going to have wear and tear just from the normal course of living. Things like holes, stains, pet damage, that's not normal wear and tear. So there has to be an assessment made there.
Okay, so if you move into a place or someone's moving out of a place and you found that your tenant, you know, their puppy left a smell on the carpet, that's not normal wear and tear then. Okay. All right, so if you're trying to, as a landlord, if you're trying to do some of that repair work yourselves, maybe there's a hole in the wall or something like that to try to save money, what's the billing rate when it comes to taking it out of the security deposit?
Well, yeah, landlords ask me all the time, can I charge for the work I did myself? It's super common. Yes, you can. You're going to charge at a rate that's normal for that market, for that service. So in my market, cleaning is $20 an hour. Handyman services might be $30 to $45 an hour, depending on skill. What the landlord has to remember is, where you would normally have a receipt to prove that that was the cost, you need to document your time and what you did. So document that time, keep receipts for parts and materials, and make sure that nothing in that time was work that you would have done on the property anyway, upgrades or things like that.
Okay, so if it's something that you wouldn't have already done, you can bill, otherwise not so much. All right, and then if a tenant having a little dispute with a landlord saying, you know, this property, I swear it was the same condition, what do you do?
Well, my advice to all tenants and landlords is to take a video move-in day and a video move-out day. Even a small one-bedroom apartment should have a 10 to 15-minute video. It should be very, very detailed, noting any defects, conditions, cleanliness, and then store that video on an online cloud storage. YouTube's a great option. It's free. You'll never lose it. Make it private, and hopefully you never need it. But if you have a dispute with that landlord or a tenant after the fact, you both have these videos, and so there's no question.
Okay, lots of amazing advice. And so Jennifer, I understand this is going to be a monthly segment, and we can write in if we have any questions, any concerns, something we want you to answer. Where can we go if we want to send you a question or if we have other questions or want more information?
You could go to my website, www.fishpm.com. That'll give you an opportunity to write me an email. Please send those questions in. I'd be happy to answer them on the air.
All right, Jennifer Ruelens of Fish Property Management, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, let's get a special message.